Hey there, it's Dr. Tom with EBM Fitness Solutions, and I want to go over a couple different options, actually 3 options for setting up some squats using bands. So these can be great if you're traveling, or if you're doing a home workout, or if you just want to do something a little different and don't have access to a lot of equipment. And in general, if you're exercising regularly, having your own set of bands is not a bad idea. Something like this, have a small one, slightly larger, next. They go by, minis, micro minis, whatever. But something like this, it's not going to cost you a lot of money. Great investment, something you can use at your gym, at your home, if you travel and go somewhere on vacation or for work. It's a must-have. You really should have some bands if you plan on exercising. It offers you the option to do any exercise you could do with a pulley apparatus, you can do with bands. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways to set up the band squat. For the sake of the demonstration, I'm going to use the easiest band to make my life a little bit easier. So the first option, and part of the issue in setting this up is trying to keep the band out of the way. You can set up certain ways when the band kind of gets in front of your knees and you're trying to fight and get around the band. So these setups kind of do the best to work with the band and also not to get in the way of the movement. So the first option you have is to step on the band and kind of bring it up and out around your arms this way, and it's not against your neck, you're kind of holding it here. So now this way when I squat down, the band's not in my way. Okay, so with bands you're working with what's known as accommodating resistance. So when I get to this bottom position, I've got less tension. As I come up here, I have more tension. So it's going to kind of change a little bit as you go through the exercise. So that's the first one. Just step on it, bring it up and outside the arms that way. That's option number 1. The second thing you can do is you can actually bring it up and over and have it rest on your upper back, your upper trap area, not your neck. All right, so the same idea in terms of stepping on the band to start, and then this time you'll kind of bring it up and over and kind of get it up this way, okay? So resting up here, that way again, it's outside of your legs so that when you squat, it's not in the way. And that's key. You don't want to have to fight with the band you're doing the exercise. So this is option number 2. Bring it up and just let it rest. Now, if it does kind of get on your skin, which it may start to kind of rub and it's a little uncomfortable. So keep that in mind, whether maybe you want to put something up there ahead of time or just kind of suck it up and deal with it. Your choice, I guess. The third option gets a little crazy. It's going to get a little weird. It's going to be 2 dragons. Hopefully somebody will get that movie reference. Anyway, here's what we're going to do. You're going to step on the band with just one leg this time, and you're going to bring it up and over to the opposite shoulder. So we're going to make kind of an X across the body here. So here, up and over, and again now I've got my knees in between the X here so that when I squat, the band is still out of the way. That's really key for a lot of these things. So this one will obviously be a little bit more challenging because you've got the 2 bands. And obviously, I used a small band for the sake of this demonstration, but if you used the other 2 bands or some combination of that I showed, it's going to be a little bit more challenging than if you use just the skinny orange bands.